So hello everyone, and welcome back to my World of Tanks replays. Now before I start, I do just want to apologise for the fact that I'm just a bit ill today, so if my voice is a bit funny and a bit nasally, then yeah, it's hay fever season. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, today I've got a game in my Stug 3 on Prokhorovka for you. Now, this game is more about the benefits that can be reaped if you are patient in a game and don't just rush off and get yourself killed very quickly, like I do quite a lot. In actual fact, it's probably one of my more favourite tricks to do. So to start this game, I head off to the western flank along the two-line road, hoping that the enemy are going to make a rush down this flank. At the moment it's just myself, an OI Experimental and a T69 who have decided to come down this flank. To start with, I'm quite excited by the fact that OI Experimental has come down this flank, because hopefully it means that we can make a push ourselves, as we've got a T69 with a good gun and is able to relocate quickly, and myself who has quite a good gun too. I mean, the gun handling statistics of this gun are just brilliant. I mean, it's got an average penetration of 150 millimeters, average damage of 135. In a tier 5 game like this gun just cuts through anything that it meets. It's got a reload time of about 4 seconds, give or take 4 or 5 seconds, and the aiming speed of this gun is spectacular as well, as you'll see towards the end of this game, when I really do make it work. So this is where it becomes a bit of a snooze fest. I mean, this T69 tries to make a run for it, but myself and the OI Experimental will put him down quickly, and now it just becomes a bit boring and a bit slow, because I don't want to push down this flank myself because I'm a tank destroyer. I mean, that just seems completely illogical, and I'm hoping that this OI Experimental will do the same, but he seems reluctant to do it too, so it just becomes a case of I don't want to move, he doesn't want to move, a bit like after you, no, after you, that's that sort of thing. And the archer on our team gets really quite frustrated in this game. In fact, he resorts to spamming his heart out, trying to be the next Erwin Rommel, telling us what we should be doing, where we should be going. I mean, he's got a point with the Matilda Black Prince and the Sherman 3, who are sitting behind me. You would have thought they would push forwards, but at the end of the day, it's World of Tanks. You can't force someone to do something they don't want to do, no matter how hard you try. So yeah, it just starts to slow down a little bit. In fact, I am going to speed this replay up a bit. There he goes in chat, and there goes the OI off. This is where it starts to get a bit more interesting. I decide that I'm tired of sitting there waiting, so I start heading off towards the eastern flank, where you can see on the hill Stug 3 M4 Wolverine appears, and then Churchill 3 makes a very timely appearance just after I left my position. So I decide I'm going to go back, because I thought at this moment this was going to be a precursor for an enemy counter-attack down this flank. So I start by trying to get a position here. I'm not able to get a shot, and also it's a bit exposed as well. I mean, I've got all these bushes and I wasn't making any use of them, so I decide to move up onto the other side of the road with these bushes here. And as you can see when I zoom in, the bush is opaque, so I'm not the one that's going to be spotting this Churchill, but the Churchill will not be able to spot me either when I fire at him. So at the minute I'm waiting patiently, hoping that Churchill will be spotted again, as he is, and then I put this gun to work. a couple of these shots, like this one, I have no idea where that one went. I just assume it flew off somewhere else, and then I put that Churchill down. Now, as you can see, I'm getting no incoming fire myself. However, there is something down there, but whether that was aimed at me, I'm not quite sure, which shows the effectiveness of that technique with the bush. If it's opaque, you won't be spotted, and you can just fire with impunity. So now I decide that I'm going to go over to the eastern flank, as I'm confident that the enemy force has all been taken out on that flank. So I head up towards the middle of the map to try and secure that, so I can have control over the battlefield. And I was hoping to find the KV-1 up there, but he's moved up down towards our artillery, and he's taken out by the Sherman, who in turn is taken out by the enemy tank destroyer. So I move up here, and I'm incredibly cautious at this point because I'm aware I'm quite isolated. I'm not quite sure where the enemy tank destroyers are, and I want to be very, very careful of them. So I move out to see if I can spot anything, and I move up to these bushes here to cover our friendly's approach to the cap circle. And as you can see again, I'm making sure that the bushes are opaque, so that if I have to fire for any reason, I am going to make it as hard as possible for the enemy team to spot me. And this is where the Wolverine pops up all of a sudden, the Su-85 pops up. And here is where I start putting the gun to work, and you'll start to see the excellent gun handling characteristics of this gun. That shot does not hit the Su-85. One, as you can see, has been killed. Two, he pops up later, and then the Sexton 2 pops up, and yum, I will take those hit points. Bit annoying he was left on 5, but you know, average damage stays 135. So then I'm able to fire with the Su-85, and the best way to use this gun is to keep it firing at every possible opportunity, and that way you're able to rack up damage quickly. I mean, as you can see, it doesn't take long to reload and aim, so you can just keep firing and firing and firing. So in a short space of time, I have accumulated 3 kills and a good amount of damage. And again, one of the reasons why I was able to stay effective in that engagement and stay alive, even when the Su-85 was pointing his gun towards me, was the fact that on the whole, when I was firing at the Wolverine, I was able to keep a bush between me. Also, I think the fact was that the Su-85 was spoiled for targets, and yeah, he just couldn't decide quick enough. Here we go, that tank destroyer pops out and take him out, and then take the artillery out. So that's 6 kills. So we'll go and have a look at the post-game results now. So here are the post-battle results of that game. We managed to secure a second-class mastery badge, Bruiser, Pfeiffer Effects, and Top Gun. We managed to accumulate 988 damage with a base experience of 644, which in a tier 5 game isn't bad. I mean, especially as this gun has an average damage of 135. That's quite a decent amount of damage to do. I mean, it's not the biggest amount in the world, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still a decent amount. So yeah, hopefully this game does demonstrate that if you are patient, you will be rewarded. It was a bit of a snooze fest at the first half of the game. I will admit it, but if you're able to use cover efficiently, the speed of your vehicle, if it is fast like the Stug 3 is, to get around the battlefield, you will be able to make a significant contribution to your team and hopefully win. So thank you guys for watching. If there are any improvements that you guys have in terms of my gameplays, if there are any plays that I made during that game that you thought I could have done better, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this gameplay, please do subscribe and like this video. Now that I've finished my university exams, I do hope to be able to upload more frequently. So you'll be seeing a lot more of these, and maybe some garage reviews, a bit of historical bites on different tanks, how they performed in real life. If you guys do want to see any of that, please let me know by either liking this video or commenting in the comments below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.